Hello! I'm going to read you guys a quote and then it's going to relate into this video, so hang in here. So the quote is from Healing Myths, Healing Magic, and I'll link the book in the description box below. So what it says: healing is always available to me. The door is wide open for healing to occur in this instant and in the instants to follow. I may choose to be assisted by a health practitioner, or I can initiate the healing process by breathing more fully, touching my body and allowing it to move freely and express what was formerly repressed. By doing so, my own healing rhythms are set free. So, you may have noticed I have a massive bruise on my heart. And this kind of relates to the video, to be honest, because this bruise has come about from acupuncture. And it's not a common thing in acupuncture to get a massive bruise on your heart. But to me, it's very symbolic of repressed emotion, repressed energy, especially because it's my heart, right? Like, come on. Broken heart, hello, yes. So, or I can initiate the healing process by breathing more fully, touching my body and allowing it to move freely and express what was formerly repressed. So this, everything comes back to this. I want to talk about how we are actually our own best healers. And this is coming from a healer, okay? We really are, you guys. We are our own best healers. And when we can start to implement daily practices that really allow things to flow through us instead of stay stagnant and repressed inside of us, then it can really transform our experience of life. It really can. Now, of course, the first thing that was mentioned was breathing more fully. And that can be hard. You know, I actually believe that we cannot breathe in life fully if we have emotion stored in our heart, because it's kind of like a restriction in the heart space. But I want to talk a little bit about, okay, but why do we get such repressed emotion? Why does emotion get so stagnant in us? Like, why doesn't it just freely flow through? I believe it's because of disassociation. So I feel like disassociation is the shadow of embodiment. And this is something that I'm working with very personally in my own life right now, is fiercely embodying myself, embodying emotion that I've previously disassociated from. I'm bringing it through me. I'm staying with it. And so I know from my own experience that, you know, certainly in my childhood, I would disassociate all the time. Right? And it can be like a habitual way of coping. I can even notice it now. It will start to come on. Like, and I can, okay, I've got to bring my energy back inside. And this is what I want to share with you guys because it's working for me. It really is working for me. So part of the gift, I think, of embodiment is that we feel the courage to move through life. When we're always disassociating, it's like we're hiding from life. It's like we're living over here, outside of ourself, outside of our heart. And usually it's really linked in with overactive thoughts, right? We're just like completely disembodied. So, sometimes we don't know that there's emotion stuck in us because we get so used to that way of being. We forget until it rises to the surface like blood from a bruise and we can see it. But how can we cut through that and actually bring it through us so that we actually move through life with more ease, so that we're in a flow state with our emotions? So it's not like, oh, this massive build up and then we feel everything at once, and then, oh, massive build up, we feel everything at once. Because I think we can all relate somewhat to that, right? Yeah. Okay. So I've made a video before about movement and dance, especially linked in with light language. And I kind of want to like bring that wisdom back today because I've been using it for my own life. And a client of mine used it in a very special way, and she really inspired me. So there are going to be two things that I want to bring to your attention, that we can move from disassociation into embodiment in any moment, How to move from disassociation to embodiment in any moment. Number one, our eyes are very powerful. What we are looking at is what we are focusing on, right? And how many times do we walk into the bathroom, we see ourselves in the mirror, and all of a sudden we zoom in on an imperfection and we start having obsessive thoughts about it, and we are all of a sudden completely disassociated from ourselves. Our eyes aren't even looking at us. And have you ever caught your eyes in the mirror in that moment and been like, whoa, hello, you're still here, hello? Because I have. So what I do now, and I bring this into my life as often as I can remember it, and it's a really powerful self-love tool to begin with just yourself for. And that is that I look at myself with love through my eyes. I project so much love into that mirror, and I can transform the energy just through my gaze. And when you feel like you can start to bring this in for yourself, it's sort of like you can start to bring this into your life with other people. You can start to look other people in the eyes with love. And that is a truly alchemizing force. It really is. But we have to bring that gift to ourselves first. The eyes are really important. So this brings me to my second tip for how we can move from disassociation into embodiment in any moment, and that is through movement. So I'm someone who I like to dance. I think it's one of the most healing things I've ever brought into my life on a daily basis. I mean, I've always danced as a child. I'm just a dancing soul, just me. But dance doesn't have to be exclusive for those people who feel comfortable dancing, because maybe you don't. Maybe you don't feel comfortable in your body, or you don't feel comfortable to express your movement in that way. So in that way, I want to give you some tips. Tips to bring embodiment in. And this one is great. If you feel uncomfortable dancing, if you don't feel like letting loose, then tune in with your heart by going like this. It's really powerful, you guys. It really is. Heart energy is everything. It will recharge you. Doing this will literally recharge your batteries. So you can do it for as long as feels comfortable. Now, if you feel like you've got some trapped emotion in there that you'd like to bring through you, you can start from the solar plexus chakra and bring it up, or you can simply go like this at the heart. And so instead of moving the energy in, we're moving it up and out. And truly, this as well really is transformative. I would suggest, if you need to ground yourself, like if you're having a confrontation with someone or someone's like, rah, I would suggest doing this because it's very soothing. If you're feeling yourself really rising in anxiety or rising in some emotion, and you feel like you need to get up and out of you, then I would suggest this. Now, the final thing is that this can be a really great way of really activating sort of like a cleansing and clearing in the energy system, right? So, and it's a great way for you to start to start to experience how you are your own healer. And so we can do this through bringing our healing hands to our face. It's kind of like giving your energy, your aura a massage, yeah? And we're just moving energy around the face. And we can bring it up over the crown and start to feel how the crown goes all warm and fuzzy when we put our hands over it. Truly, just try this. Just try circling at your crown. You'll be like, whoa, I had no idea I had so much energy on my head. Bring it to the back of the head and the back of the neck. Bring it all the way around the head and the face. Can also bring energy out the ears, especially if you're having a lot of disturbing or disrupting thoughts or thought loops. Just pull them out. They don't rule you, pull them out. Bringing it back to the throat. Letting go of unspoken words here. So try this with me. Let's bring them all together now, like a little choreography, okay? So we're first going to start with tuning in. Let's tune in with our heart by doing this. And now let's bring it out. You can also do that. Really exhale things out of you. Now bring it up to the crown. Connect in with your divinity. Feel the warmth, feel the buzzing. Bring it all around the face. Clear all the energy that we get stored in our eyes. Like when we're scrolling social media, all these energy things can get into the eyes and really clog our vision, clog our ability to see with love, see ourselves with love. So clear. And this is how we can activate our own healing rhythms, you guys. Truly, 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 truly. You are your greatest healer, and when you turn your hands against yourself in a loving way, so much can be set free from within you. Truly. So I hope this video has served you at some level, and I wish you all the best. I better go because there's a lot of noise outside. Bye.